guys Ben and Matt from Chicken Jam. So, Matt Benfield, Ben Hart. We've been a lot of places. A lot of Ben jokes.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, how you been? I've heard that my whole life. All right, so today we're going to be talking about playing over some chord changes and playing over a few bars of things. So, here's what it is. We're in the key of G, the people's key. That's the key most people like to sing in. Most guys. It's a very country. Yeah. G, E, and D, I would say, are the most popular cowboy keys.
What's a cowboy key? I'm an F sharp guy myself, but G's.
But you're playing G shape.
Yeah, G shape.
He tunes down a half step a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Not for today, but yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna do. Sometimes when you're playing a solo and you have to play over some chord changes, you know, you have to play a couple bars of G, which we call that to one chord, and a bar of 4, and then back to 1. That's a common thing that happens. There's a lot of them, so today that's what we're doing.
Quick bar of 4.
Yeah, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get you to that, and my new strings hopefully will stay in tune. We'll see, and if not, you guys can play it better in tune. All right. So anyway, this is to show the differences between two different players, and just where we would start it and stuff like that. So I'll do, Matt, why don't you lay us down a swing and loop for that?
Okay, I can lay down a swing and loop.
Swing and loop, just swing. Don't do it too quick because I don't know where everybody's speed levels are. All right, here we go. I'm going to show them what to do because otherwise I'll forget what I just did.
Okay.
All right, so what I did was it was almost like I went 1, 2 minor, 2 sharp diminished, 1/3 to 4. But most people just know it. To C. So what I did, I went. So you don't have to remember all those chords. So that's kind of like I played that chord progression. So I do as if you were doing these two right here, 2nd and 3rd, 5th and 3rd, and rate go up a half step. So there's 6th and 4th, 7th and 5th. So, but I slid into this one to the 2nd fret, and then hit this G note, and then I go up a half step, slide into the 3rd, and go up to the 5th fret, slide up another half step, and then I jump over to this D string and hit this high G. So, all right, so that's over the 2 bars of G, and then I go. All right. So here's like a C triad. So I slide from the 3rd fret on the D string to that G note, and then I do double stops with my fingers, hybrid picker kind of situation, on the 5th fret. So, and then I go back and forth from that 5th fret to that, and I kind of cut it, and then I go. So double stop. 3rd fret on the G and B string, hammer onto the 4th on the G string, go from the minor 3rd to the major 3rd, and then down to that G note because we're back to the 1, and then I kind of went from the flat 7 from the 3rd fret on the D string to G. So if you learn it in pieces, it would be.
And you go to this, like, you're going to this. You structure that around the fact that it's going to the 4. So like
that was my 4. Like I was.
And you're playing that. If you didn't have this, and you just kept playing in G,
you wouldn't hear the chord change.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear the chord change. Like the idea of soloing, especially in country music, is like you have to know what the chords are. You have to structure your solo around the chord changes.
Rock sometimes doesn't do that.
Yeah, rock.
But I would say in country and when you're playing clean things, and definitely I grew up with some bluegrass. I think you did too.
Yeah.
I want to hear the chord changes as if you were only playing with a bass guitar. Would it still be filling enough, and could you hear the chord changes?
Right.
Or if you're just playing by yourself.
Yeah, if you were just playing a solo with nothing, you should be able to hear the chord changes.
So you could hear 1, 2, 2 sharp, 3, me walking the bass line. Back to G, and then here's the 4. G.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, yeah. And I'm not doing it on timing, but you get. I can't even barely remember I did. But anyway, so there's one way. So we're going from G for 2 bars. I start walking to the C, then I play some double stops of the C, and then I get back into a classic country tune. So that's one way of doing that.
You could play your G scale, and if there's like a quick change, you could literally just do like
double
you did
stop.
a C chord, right when that change happens. Like if you don't know what to do, if you can't think of the C scale or whatever it may be, just when in doubt, and then back into it.
And if you were playing like your G pentatonic scale or G scale or whatever, and like if you have that down to muscle memory and you were just like another chord changing, you could just literally go to the spot of C anywhere. So
yeah.
if, like, or if I'm,
yeah, totally.
There it is.
Yeah.
My guitar's out of tune.
I'm
overbending now. Go ahead. Yeah, so I mean, like, make the chord happen.
Yeah. So I think that's what's really important about knowing what the what am I thinking? The
Doubles.
alphabetical C, like that's a C, that's a C, that's a C, that's a C. If you know where all of your notes are on the fretboard.
And you play notes of chords and double stops, which I do too.
Yeah.
But you picture double stops, so 2 notes of the chord, and I think a lot of 3 notes in the chord triad.
Right. If you're thinking in those terms, is like you're playing your G scale over whatever the thing may be, and then if you think like, okay, there's a C coming up that's really fast, I need to make sure I need to play a C note or something. You could structure your...
Yeah, and
say
I would say
playing-
the third of the chord you're playing really says the chord.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like, that leaves it pretty... I mean, maybe power chord too, but like if you could, when you change chords... within a second, hit the third and a 1 or the 5 of the chord, it says what that chord is in your brain.
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Totally.
Like that had the third. If I didn't have the third, that didn't. I hit a C note. I hit the 4 note, and it still didn't sound like I changed chords.
It didn't, no.
So if I went...
That sounded more intentional.
Sounded that you could hear the chord change.
Yeah, have that extra double stop in there, for sure.
And even if it's not a double stop, if you hit the third of the chord, I could still hear it.
Yeah,
like I heard, but I hit the third and the 1 of that chord.
Yeah.
Hurry.
Totally.
Yeah. All right. So Matt is double the player I am. So you got to do one over here. Yeah, absolutely. So
No.
go for it. Pick one though, so now pick one.
Oh boy. Okay, well I'll just...
You got to be able to tell them note for note.
Right.
It's the curse of the jammer.
Okay.
So think of one. You gotta 2 bars of G, hit the G, and then get back to a G.
All right. Okay. I think like an easy one. Let's just do something easy. Like, so I was doing...
Yeah, and I like that because it's very chordal.
Super chordal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Show them that.
This is an easy one. So like, what I'm doing here is I got a basic D7 shape. Okay, but I'm running this...
make sure you're that way so the mic's not covering it.
So
the mic's in front of your hand.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but it is right now. Here, you know what? I'm gonna move a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
There we go.
There
you go.
Here.
Get it out of here.
All right, so you're taking that D7 shape and you're running all the way up to the 7th fret here on the E string.
So it's like a G7.
Yeah, it's a G7 chord. Right? And I'm going... And so basically what that part is I'm picking all this with my hand, but you could do your pick also. And then I'm rocking my pinky onto the 8th fret of the B. So I'm going back and forth between a G7 and the G, which you know all about. So So I'm rocking from my B and E
And this
string.
is 2 bars of G.
Yeah. So. And so, like, what I do there.
Very, very Texas swingy.
It is Texas swingy.
We should have brought some straw and a cowboy hat.
Actually, it would have been more Texas swingy if I went. If I did something like that, or if I went.
The 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Just play 6 chords if you want to be Texas swingy. So anyway, so you got this. So the way I'm doing this,
how you doing that little thing?
I'm taking that G7 shape, I'm moving it up a half step, and then I'm bending my middle finger and my ring or my index finger.
Oh, to the 3rd of the.
Yeah. But you want to bend the B string too, so like the G and the B go up.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Mind blown.
So yeah.
So you're literally going. So those 2 half step?
Yeah, but you're holding that C. Yeah. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
I'm kind of.
I will use that.
I use it all the time. I use it like a lot to end a song.
I'm not good at it yet. You have to work up muscle memory. Even when you're a good player, when you learn something new, you're learning something new.
Right. I first heard it when
we both did that together. That was
freaky. Yeah. I heard Danny Gatton do this, and then I was sold. He was like ending a song, and he clicked on a vibrato pedal, and he just went. And I was just like, what is that? How do you make that sound? And it's just, yeah, you're making a triad. And then to go back to the G, I'm just sliding that whole, sliding back down to these 2, the E and the G on the.
That's
7.
cool, man. That's new
fun,
for
right?
me. I get it.
Dude, I didn't do this before. I mean, I know what you're doing. I just never actually played that.
Yeah. Hey, oh, and by the way, you could do it on this octave.
That I do all the time.
And then you could play your,
Totally. I got one for you. Good go.
Yeah, we blended them.
Yeah,
I'm not good at this one yet. Yeah, I'm gonna go and practice that. And we could do. Where's the G down here? Nah, I ain't gonna.
No, you do it. So yeah, if you could do it, it's like to get that one, you would just bend these.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
then I could go to.
Yeah. Okay. That's true.
This C.
To get that.
Yeah. All right. Now we're teaching each other.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, it's cool though. So there's some ways to think about doing a couple bars of G and C, and then back to back to the 1 chord. So if you like these kind of videos, let us know in the comments, and we'll come up with more like regular chord progressions and in normal keys, and we'll talk about different approaches to it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think we're just going to try to continue. It's like licks that we learning from each other, but we're showing you guys too. So hopefully you like that style.
Yeah, and even though sometimes we play in the same style, we completely play different things.
Yeah, totally.
And like forever, if you are looking for an end, there's not one. And that's the cool thing, because if you're not growing, you're dying. And like, I would hate all of us, even if you're a really great player, you get tired of your own playing.
Mm-hmm.
and you'll hear somebody do something, and some people get down about that. I get excited. I'm like, I'm gonna go learn what they did.
Yeah,
You
totally.
know, so let it like fuel you and stuff. And there's always gonna be somebody better than you. I mean, you can go find like a 12-year-old kid on Broadway downtown Nashville, like ripping circles around me, and then you're like,
yeah.
what am I doing with my life?
Exactly.
But it's cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm for it. I love it. And
that's what every musician should strive to do, and like, you know, to get out of your own head about things. Just go and see people that are better than you, and know that you're gonna
let it inspire you, not depress you.
Let it inspire you.
Inspire you.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the same with bands that want to get better. You know, for us, like, we go all the time to music festivals to see other bands because I want to get inspired to be better.
All right, so we're going to end this video with this, talking about inspiration. So you got to name 3 people that inspire you down through the years or right now playing, then I got to name 3 guitar players. All right?
You go first.
I'll go first. Like, I'm such into studio stuff, so shout out to Uncle Larry, Tom Bukovac. Love his playing. I love Brent Mason. I mean, like, I've been listening to him since I was a kid. I didn't even know when I was listening to him. And I've always been the guy that opened up the credits. You can't look at the credits anymore because we don't have physical CDs anymore. And then, and Sean Watkins from Nickel Creek, the bluegrass band, back in the day, man, really inspired me because I was really into bluegrass. And, like, it was this progressive blend back then, and like that, he had a big effect on my guitar playing, especially as an acoustic player. Yeah, so those 3 people really.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, those are through the ages. Brent Mason, and Sean Watkins, and Tom Bukovac in the early 2000s, and even right now, and those are like some of my favorite players right now.
I'm not even familiar with them other than Brent Mason. Obviously, I know Brent Mason, but I'll have to check them out. So my guys, I would say the top 3 probably going to be Danny Gatton.
Yep. Oh, whoa. Let me try to guess yours.
Okay.
All right.
One of them's not a guitar player.
That's gonna throw me for a loop. But I'm gonna guess 3 guitar players, even though I don't. A what?
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
A flute player?
No, I'm just joking.
That would be incredible. I guess it could be inspired. I would have said Danny Gatton, and then I would definitely say Johnny Highland.
Okay, Johnny Highland, yeah.
I
probably should give
Johnny Highland is your hero.
Dude, he is great. I don't know.
We love Johnny Highland.
Johnny Highland.
He almost made my list. Sorry, Johnny. And we love Johnny Highland. And someday we hope to have a big enough channel where Johnny will come and hang out at Chicken Jam.
You know what? You're right. I'm going to put Johnny Highland on my list, and I'm going to put my other guy that's not a guitar player as an honorable mention. We'll go with that.
Okay.
So Johnny Highland's going to be on the list. So Danny Gatton, Johnny Highland, and there's one other guy.
Jeff Beck.
No, not Jeff Beck. Even though I love Jeff Beck.
All right. Well,
probably Trey Anastasio from Fish.
And that's current. You love him right now.
Yeah. Like
I see your plan moving towards that now. Yeah. A lot of times.
It blends the two. It's like
that's what I can tell. Like, that is what is inspiring you right now.
Yeah, it does. I get a lot of the inspiration of that, like the distortion type of stuff and like the jam stuff, jamtronic.
Your live playing, you really love that.
Yeah, that I love that kind of thing. And the other guy was Buddy Emmons, pedal steel player.
That's a good one.
I steal so many licks from that guy. So he's been a huge influence on me.
I think a lot of guitar players did, especially in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Like, that was like the thing, is to try to get a pedal steel, and neither one of us had like G or B benders.
I bought a Brent Mason Telecaster that had a B bender.
The Joe Glazer one.
I gotta be honest, like, I hated it because the strap was here.
The B bender? Or
I'm like, why is the strap not here? Like, I don't know.
You get used to what you get used to.
Yeah, I just couldn't get used to the strap.
And I would say you play way darker than Brent, so that tone that he does so well might not have been your flavor.
Well, actually, his guitar was an inspiration for me to make this, because he was that guitar did everything that this did, but there was so many, like, knobs and, like, flip this, do that, turn it, and then you get this. And I was like, I just want a Telecaster / Strat. I'm like, how do I make this? So I returned the Brent Mason guitar because I like played it on one gig and was just frustrated. So I was like, I'm just gonna make a guitar that does that. And then I bought this guitar at a store for like $80 at Denny's, and this thing is,
shout out to Denny.
This thing is from '84. I mean, this thing is like, amazing. I love this guitar. I've never played another
It's
guitar
your
since.
thing. Like, as that Brent Mason guitar was his thing, that is
It
your
was
thing.
his thing, and like
that's your thing.
I realized that like I don't need to be buying other people's guitars if I want to do my own thing. Like I've got to have my own thing.
We don't even. You could have completely different fingers and it not sound the same.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
So you got to find your thing.
You do.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I will get in that in another video. Copying is great until it's not great. We'll make that video.
Yeah.
You got to be you. So cool. This is Chicken Jam, and let us know if you want some more of these videos where we show you how to play over chord changes, and you're probably getting them anyway. So, thanks for watching.